Let's take a moment to test your knowledge. Let's see how well you remember some of the words from the text. Please choose the correct synonym for the word in the box from the options provided. What does torrid day mean? Cool and breezy day. Very hot day. Cloudy day. And the correct answer is very hot day. Torrid day. Very hot day. What does to forego the city mean? To enjoy the city. To ignore or avoid the city. To travel far from the city. The right answer is to ignore or avoid the city. To forego the city. Her habits were consonant with. What does this phrase imply? In conflict with, in harmony with, unrelated to. Her habits were consonant with. Her habits were in harmony with. What's the meaning of the phrase? At dinner was Madame's glory at its height. She looked her best at dinner. She ate the most food. She disliked dinner. And the correct answer is, she looked her best at dinner. What is the definition of a sweet, leisurely, delicate being? Relaxed and elegant person, busy and stressed person, fast and efficient worker. The answer is relaxed and elegant person. What does the clerks would have deeded to her the hotel suggest? The clerks would have given her ownership, decorated her room, sold the hotel to her. The clerks would have deeded to her the hotel. The clerks would have given her ownership of the hotel. What's the meaning of the phrase, recognize the refined purlieu? Appreciate the elegant surroundings. Complain about the atmosphere. Feel lost in a new place. The proper meaning is appreciate the elegant surroundings. Recognize the refined purlieu. How can we understand the phrase, bellboys fought for the honor of answering her ring? They tried to avoid serving her. They competed to serve her. They ignored her requests. And the right answer is they competed to serve her. Though alone in the Hotel Lotus, Madame Beaumont preserved the state of a queen. What does preserve the state of a queen suggest? She acted with grace and dignity. She dressed casually and behaved like a regular guest. She struggled to maintain her image. The proper meaning is, she acted with grace and dignity. The discriminating patrons of the Hotel Lotus refers to guests with a lot of money, guests who had strong preferences and high standards, guests who were difficult to please. The right answer is guests who had strong preferences and high standards. What does beyond the guess of the scribe mean? Impossible for the writer to understand, simple for the writer to explain, something the writer knew in detail. Impossible for the writer to understand, beyond the guess of the scribe. Madame Beaumont preserved the state of a queen whose loneliness was of position only. What does loneliness was of position only imply? She felt very lonely and sad. She was lonely in the sense that she had no equal but not emotionally alone. She was surrounded by many people but felt disconnected. The correct answer is she had no equal but she wasn't emotionally alone. She possessed the fine air of the elite, tempered and sweetened by a cordial graciousness. What does cordial graciousness mean? Angry and rude behavior, polite and friendly manner, cold and distant attitude. The right answer is polite and friendly manner. Cordial graciousness. By night, a brief excursion to the nearby roofs is in order. What does the phrase "is in order" mean? It is appropriate or suitable. It is a bad idea. It is necessary to avoid. The phrase "is in order" means it is appropriate or suitable. A trout hangs poised in the pellucid sanctuaries of his favourite pool. What does pellucid mean? Cloudy and unclear, clear and transparent, dark and mysterious. Pellucid means clear and transparent. A gown, as beautiful and immaterial as the mist from an unseen cataract in a mountain gorge. What does an unseen cataract in a mountain gorge mean in this sentence? An invisible waterfall in a deep valley. A deep lake hidden in a valley. A waterfall that has dried up. The proper meaning is an invisible waterfall in a deep valley. An unseen cataract in a mountain gorge. A trout hangs poised in his favourite pool. What does the phrase "hangs poised" mean? Stays still, remains motionless, swims quickly, jumps out of the water. The right answer is stays still, remains motionless. Hangs poised. The other guests regarded her as the final touch of feminine exclusiveness and beauty. What does regarded her as mean? Ignored her completely, saw her as, spoke negatively about her. Saw her as. The other guests saw her as the final touch of feminine exclusiveness and beauty. What's the meaning of the phrase, a delectable hostelry? A fancy city, a delightful hotel, a grand restaurant. A delectable hostelry refers to a delightful hotel. She wore a gown as beautiful and immaterial as the mist. How do you explain the word immaterial? Very heavy and solid, light and delicate, expensive and fancy. The right answer is light and delicate. Immaterial. And that wraps up our vocabulary session for today. Great job, everyone.